Good day, everyone. So you have a flat tire, or your tire keeps going flat after a day or two, or else it went flat immediately. Who knows? Could be many reasons, and I'm just going to run over them really quick. The easiest way to figure out if you have a leak or where it might be is to get some soapy water, and I'll show you that in a second. With the soapy water, all you do, you could have a leak that's along your rim. If that's the case, you're probably going to have to take it somewhere. So if you take your soapy water spray bottle, spray it around the rim. If you see bubbles, that's an indication you have an issue there. That's something that you'll have to get someone to address that can actually pop the tire off. The next place where it might be leaking would be on the valve stem. So put some soapy water in there. If it starts bubbling, you know it's leaking there. And the other thing is you probably have a nail or a screw in your tire. And sometimes it's not always obvious. It's very hard to find them. I'll show you mine in a second. It was really easy to find. But again, what you might have to do, you may have to take the tire right off your vehicle so you can easily get around it and spray it down with soapy water. Some of the tools that you're going to need, this is like a plug style system to repair a tubeless tire. We'll get into that in a second. Some of the other things you might need, now if it's a nail in there, you're going to have to use some side cutters too. When you find it, to grab a hold of it, pull it out of there. You might need some pliers or needle nose pliers. That will be helpful if you need to get a hold of it also, or if it's a screw, you might use pliers to actually unscrew it. It's a screw, so it'll probably come out. And you're going to need probably some sort of really sharp knife. We'll get into that with this because you have to do some trimming after. So let's get at it. I'll show you my situation here and show you how I found it. Well, it wasn't tough to find this one. I'll show you in a second. Hang on. Okay, so here we go. There you have it. That's a nice big nasty screw that's in there. And in my case, I mean, it was obvious. But just so you know how the soapy water idea works, you spray it on, you know, you're spraying it around your tire, nothing's happening. But when you do find the spot, there you go. That's what's going to happen. If it's a small, very small leak, you might have to be very patient and wait. But do the same thing. If you can't find anything wrong within the tire, it could be the rim or the valve stem. So let's get at it. Let's get this thing out of here. Hopefully I don't have to take my tire off. The tire pressure is very low in this tire. I'm actually supporting the vehicle right now, so it's, you know, so it doesn't go right down onto the rim. It's about 10 psi in this tire right now. So, all right, I'll get that screw out of there. And fortunately for me, it's well, fortunate or not, but it's not a damaged screw. I'm going to use my drill on there, and I'm just going to back that thing out of there. Okay, before we take the screw out, I want to get things ready here. So let's get this stuff out. Now this is a very common, it's called the Victor Tubeless Tire Repair Kit. One thing I'm a little bit unhappy with Victor is your picture here, it shows a T-type handle, which would be very helpful because you can get better grip on there. I'll see how it works. I wish they would have had that style of handle. We'll find out. Personally, I've never fixed a tire using this, so you're gonna see it here first. I generally know how to do this though. So this is the material here. You just take out one of these strands. It's important to have all this ready. They're pretty goopy. Pull this off of here. There we go. And you just want to get it ready. Slide it into here. We eventually will end up pushing this through the tire. And people, one of the questions I had was, well, how does it come, when you push it into the tire, how does it come off? Well, it actually has an open end on here, so once you get through there and then you pull it back out, it'll slip off, and hopefully you'll have some ends sticking up there and trim them off. So here, I'm all ready to go. I'll go get my drill. We'll get this out. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get the screw out. I'm gonna use my drill, and then immediately I'm gonna put in this. It's a cleaner. It's like a reamer or something. But anyways, let's get the screw out. All right. There we go. Get this in. Basically just want to push and turn it in there. I'll clean it out. Ideally I would have room to work this a little bit better, but this should work out fine. Okay, and I tell you what, there's something that's not recommended. Oh, while this is sitting here, see where this is located? This is really on the fringe of what's allowable for some sort of object that's gone into your tire. If you get something that's out here on the outer edges, anywhere out here, that's not a good thing, and you can't use this to repair that kind of issue. You're probably in for a new tire at that point. So just so you know, the other little tip here, this is not necessary, but if you have some silicone type spray, and it has to be a silicone based one, spray down this thing. This spray, it doesn't stay all oily, it dries, but it's going to help you insert this plug. Okay, there we go. Alright, looks like I just smoothed that off with my... I think that silicone spray helped to somewhat liquefy this a bit. That could either be good or bad. I'll follow up with you if I have any issues, but I think this is going to work. Okay. Just going to top this tire up here. It's almost ready. See a few more pounds in here. As I said, for mine, I'm going to do about 35. $34. $35. A few little airplanes flying over. Alright, so it's at 35. Cap on. And then we're going to do a quick little spray down. Make sure that there's no bubbles on here. Shade is starting to come on there, so it might be hard to see. All right, so to me it's looking good. I don't see any any issue, but you know what you need to do, get your tire all filled up. Tomorrow morning, of course, I'll come out and check it. If it's flat, well, then I know it's there's a problem. But check your tire pressure. You might notice that the tire pressure will vary up and down a couple pounds. Don't be too concerned about that. Look for something significant. I mean, when a tire's out in the hot sun, or else if you've been driving, the pressure's going to be a lot higher. And if it's a really cold morning, the tire pressure will be lower. But it should sort of stay within a certain range. But anyways, it's looking good. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Come back for more.